What did you feel when Tyreek Hill went down with his injury? I ask that because I'm not trying to be morbid. I'm not trying to be insensitive, but he is a guy who generates a lot of feelings from people. And, it's like I didn't get a response from you, Jay Stu, but I think that's probably because you either weren't paying attention or you didn't want to type the wrong thing. I don't know if there is the wrong thing. But last night you're watching the Dolphins take down the Jets, and Tyreek Hill goes down with an injury, which I think all of us could consider a devastating one, right? And now we've learned that he tore up his knee, he dislocated his kneecap, he's done for the year. I'm not going to do his career is in question, even though 20 years ago, maybe 30 years ago, it was very much in question. It's not as much in question now, but whether or not he's a superstar upon his return, that's a fair question to ask. I would say that some of his reaction was being in shock. Some of his reaction is one of those what else can go wrongs, right? What else can go wrong? Sure, why not? Of course. And I would be willing to say a portion of it is an honest reaction. Hey, go make sure these guys go get one because you don't know what you're supposed to do when you're laying there and you're like, you think your career could be over. Because it's an honest feeling to have when you have that sort of grotesque an injury. You don't have the time to go like, you know what, they'll straighten it out, they'll fix it up. It'll be a tough year and a half of rehab, and I'll be okay. A guy who has gone through a period where he's the most dynamic athlete in the league. We okay saying that? Like that's probably how I would contextualize it. I saw a game when they played the Chargers. He had 2 touchdowns in the first half, literally on his own. One was a fumble he picked back and ran for a touchdown. The picked up, ran for a touchdown. The other was a handoff that he ran for a touchdown. Like he's that sort of freak. And so if you take away one of those guys' legs or one of his superpowers, what is he like when he comes back? I don't know. You add in the off-the-field problems with the on-the-field issues of getting along with his quarterback and his head coach, and you have yourself an interesting scenario that I do wonder if it's coming, which is, are the Dolphins actually going to be a better team without him? And I know I've been the guy who's been critical of Skip Bayless back when Kevin Durant was hurt early on in the NBA Finals. Are the Warriors better without Kevin Durant? They're not. The difference is that though Tyreek Hill has superhuman powers and he's an unbelievable athlete, he's also an unbelievable pain in the arse. And he makes everything harder, not easier, despite the fact that he's arguably or maybe inarguably the most talented guy on the offensive side of the ball, definitely on their team, but maybe in their division and maybe in the entire league.